Welcome to the Palace of Megapixels. This is Super Mega Crash Brothers Turbo!
If we went through this entire thing without a problem, I would have been surprised.
Yeah.
So even if it's just minor audio, that's perfectly fine with me.
Perfect.
So everybody look good?
Everybody, I think
Everybody sound good?
Gorgeous, darling. Gorgeous.
I mean, everybody out there watching.
I'm so scared.
You have nothing to be scared about. You have nothing to be scared
It's
about.
Halloween. Got my Halloween shirt on. I'm scared.
He's used to hiding behind just a microphone, guys. So we're going to have to give Todd a bunch of, give him encouragement. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's here.
Crash
I don't
Brothers
know
for
what
a
shot he's
reason.
on.
I love it.
I keep looking this way, but you're over here.
Am I over there?
I know.
I'm
We're
over
all
here.
over the place.
See? We're all over. It doesn't matter. As long as we're
like the
talking,
Brady
we're
Bunch.
talking to you. That's what matters, is we're just talking to you.
Exactly.
So we normally like to start the show off asking each other what we've been playing, but why don't we ask chat? Chat, what have you been playing this week? Let us know the games that you've been playing this week and has got
Ready,
you
go.
Yeah,
excited.
guys, what have you been playing? I know I talked about it a little bit already. I actually finished Outlast. Some of you might have seen it and how terrified it was the entire time.
You look like me.
Just like you. You play scary
That's
games,
terrifying.
though.
Yeah. But I still get scared.
I can't do them on my
Like
own.
what was the last game you actually got scared about? Like when you played, like genuinely had
Oh, like the genuinely like cut it off scared was Fear. When that little girl come up the air duct after me, I cut it off. That's first level. I didn't even finish it.
Little kids are scary though. Ooh, some Planet Coaster, City Skylines, World of Warcraft, Diablo. Azili has got gaming nailed.
classic Azili. Oh yeah.
And Kenzie, a game called Life. Well, we all got to do that. Unfortunately, right?
I played drinking.
I play that often, Kenzie. I mean, it's I don't want to say it's fun. It can be. But you know.
But who told us we had to grow up and do the adult thing, right?
That's right.
I'm not growing up.
That's right.
I didn't sign on for
I'm
this.
still a Toys R Us kid.
And a game called Edit Videos. You and me both. Doing some editing.
I like that game. I kind of wish that there was some videos that I had finished for today, but I didn't.
Oh, but it'll be a nice surprise for the next one.
It will.
Be a nice
So I'm not going to
surprise for the next
spoil
one.
it.
What did you guys think of the opening video, though, by the way? Because, I mean, you have to give Steven a
God
big
credit.
high five and clap for
No.
that, man. It was freaking fantastic, right? I was in love
mean,
with it.
It's all about the hype, you know.
It was really good.
I wanted to get you into the show, excited about it, and what better way than to use the music we already have, but with exciting action.
Yeah.
And you get to see our
And
characters.
we're in a video
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
I mean,
numerous video games.
we were playing some Phantasy Star
Yours is
4,
the best one.
Warframe, Gremlins.
I think you bet.
I have to tell you about that.
Gremlins.
Dave has been playing some Gremlins.
Ooh.
That's fair, Beth. That's fair. Steven always does great work. He doesn't half butt anything
Oh, thank
around
God.
here. That's what I love about it.
I
Yeah,
mean,
he
it's
does.
go big or go home, right?
Right.
That's
No.
what they say. If you don't do that, then why bother? I don't half-ass it. So,
Excellent. Well, what have you been playing,
I
Steven?
mean, well, there was I know on the show I've talked a lot about playing Just Cause 3, but then I kind of shifted gears and I went into Guacamelee 2 for a little bit, and that's been a lot of fun. I want to play more of it. I would like to follow me on this,
Okay.
You remember, both of you remember playing the
Yeah.
game with me at
At PAX.
PAX
yes.
East, right?
And Beth
And there was a
liked it.
moment and Beth as well. And I'm sure that you also remember that I would just kind of go.
Yes.
And you're like, slow down.
And all of us
slow
would
down.
get zapped to you and had no idea what was going on. Yeah.
Because I'm already reading the the level as I'm playing it. I'm like, all right,
And
I'm
to
gonna
one
go.
up
Here,
us
go,
on
go,
the
go, go, go.
gaming. I got it. Yeah.
I'm just not, I wasn't trying to be competitive. It was just, I've got this figured out. I'm going to go. So the reason I even started Guacamelee 2 to begin with is because my wife and I played the first one together and she wanted to play this one. She was like, hey, you want to play that? And I was like, all right, yeah, sure. And she's, not at the skill level. So
I won't tell her.
I get to that point. She's good. Don't get me wrong. She's good.
No.
But there's that skill level where I'm continuing on, or she's struggling with the jump and whatnot, and she's just like, just go.
I'll catch up.
keep
You'll
going,
just get
keep
there.
going. Yeah. So there's time or two that you'll have these situations where there's a chest in this maze or this setup to where it's just ungodly crazy,
Mhm.
and you've got to figure out. It's not easy to do with two people, especially when one is not at the skill level meant for that.
Mhm.
So there's always this planning, trying to figure out how exactly I'm going to get through there. So I'm just like turn into a bubble and float and just follow behind you.
Does she just
But
set
what
down
makes
the
that-
controller and be like, fine, just take me along for the ride, will ya?
But she knows she can't do it either. So it's not like I'm sitting here bad mouthing her. She's just like, nope, not going to do it. And I'm like, all right, I got to figure this out.
Have you been playing it,
But I
Kenzie?
can't never,
She does good on platformers. I don't know if you've watched Kenzie do some platformers.
I have not. I want to see that. So, Kenzie, if you're ever playing a game like Guacamelee, or if you have played Guacamelee, I want to see it. I want to see it on stream.
Do
I think it would be
now.
fun.
I know. Got to get her back behind the camera there as
Awesome
soon as
she
we
is.
can.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen Kenzie's face.
I miss
Yeah.
her face.
Yeah,
And then
but she's doing the adulting thing.
I know. Yeah, she was really good
Oh.
at Cuphead.
Oh, I want to see that. I gotta go
Cuphead,
dig up. Did you ever stream that, Kenzie?
I think she did.
Because
And that's when I became
Oh,
super
I missed
impressed
that.
because, like, up until that point, I hadn't really seen her stream a lot of platformers or any. And so when she
Mhm.
was just like clicking along on it, I'm like, dang, girl, GG. Like I was learning some stuff from her. That game was
Right.
fun. You're right.
I'm gonna go have to. If you've got a VOD up, I'm gonna have to go look for it because I want to see that.
Hopefully it's still there.
How did I miss that? How did I miss that? I'm disappointed in myself.
Stupid work,
You miss a
probably.
lot of stuff.
I
Busy.
know. Well, Todd, what were you playing? Did you even say what you were playing?
No, I played a little bit of Spider-Man last night, and then I played a new game. I played it before a long time ago. Drinking.
Drinking. Drinking's
Got
fun.
hammered.
Oh,
started the
okay. At
fire
first I
and
thought it was
somehow
an actual
another-
game. I'm like, what?
It's a real life game. Somehow another beer comes out when a fire gets started, and I didn't burn anything, but I did. I fell up the stairs once.
You fell up the stairs.
That's a
The
talent
stairs.
I
There's like
thought
5
I
of 'em.
only acquired until now. So now I know
I'll
I
blame it
share
on
that
the
talent
steps.
with someone. Cheers.
I mean, it's a drunken talent, I think.
I wasn't drunk.
Oh, you weren't drunk at the time.
I was drunk.
Yeah.
Okay.
See,
I was-
Todd, got to find that diaphragm,
Yeah.
man. They're saying you're a little soft.
Mhm.
I was drunk. I fell up the step.
See, Todd and I are sharing
Todd's
off
very
the same mic,
soft-spoken.
so if he sounds muffled,
am.
it's his fault.
I think my beard muffles my mouth.
Oh, it's the beard now.
It's the beard. I blame everything on everybody else.
I mean,
Well,
I
that's
can
you,
do some
though.
tech
That's
work.
your own body forming a muffle on your face.
How about that? Does he sound super muffled now?
How about now?
I mean, he could scoot in maybe just a little bit.
No, I'm not. I am not.
I'm not
scooting.
saying toward me, toward the mic.
It's dangerous.
Just saying.
Just
It's not that kind of. It's not that kind of show.
It is not that kind of show. So keep your hands to yourself, please. Nope. You're invading my icon. You're invading my space.
Hi, Brutus. How are you?
Hello, Brutus. Welcome. So, what do you say we talk about some
Let's
news?
do that.
Let's do
Because
You guys excited to
think
hear
we've
some
got-
news for the week?
a little bit of news. So I'm going to start because I think this will be a good talking point for not just us, but chat as well. We're going to talk about two stories, both kind of around the same idea. And then I want to get everybody's opinion on it. What do you think about it? First, you may have heard is that Discord is trying their hand at offering up a gaming service. It's launching a beta version of a game store. I think they actually did that Tuesday of this week or last week, depending on how you do it. I don't
or
know
when
what
you
your
accept
thing
the
is.
updates, yeah.
Sunday is the beginning of the week, so it was last week. That's what we're saying. Now, for $9.99 a month, you can sign up for Discord Nitro, and that will not only give you chat perks and custom emojis and all the things that you get with that as it is, but now you get access to over 60 different games that you can play right now. And you can also purchase those games from the storefront if, streaming is not your thing. And one interesting aspect of this is if you happen to lose access to the game when it's removed, because they'll go through a rotation, I'm assuming every month, you will lose access to that game. However, your save data will maintain. So that's a little weird, in my opinion. But
that's a good question. Do you need Nitro to buy games off of Discord?
I would assume not, because if you're purchasing the game outright, they did not specify that you would need to have Nitro just to buy the games. But I'm sure there's a service in place for you to have to play their games.
Oh, it looks like
much
Azile,
like,
because I know she's a Discord partner. She said, no, you can just buy them. Okay, cool.
And that didn't even seem, I couldn't imagine they would make you be part of that just to buy their games. I think they're just giving you that option. But the streaming service that they're offering is through Discord Nitro. So if you wanted to play their games through that, or at least what they offer up. Now, like I said, they're offering up games. So some of the games that they're offering up right now, they've got a pretty decent selection. They've got Guacamelee, they've got Inside, Super Meat Boy, Darksiders 2, Metro Last Light. So there's, a nice little variety of games. And they've even got an exclusive title. They may have more, but I only found one, and it was called Minion Masters. And I don't know what it is.
Don't want to play it.
It kind of, I'm not really sure what type of game it was. It kind of looked like a, I don't know the genre in which it kind of falls under.
Minion Masters.
For some reason, Castle keeps floating in my head.
I can confirm you don't need Nitro to buy games. Have you been testing it out, Deva? What do you guys think about that, though? Like, do you think it would be something that you would be kind of willing to maybe switch over to Discord a little bit for? I know a lot of us PC gamers are stuck to Steam, and we don't want to have, like, a lot of launchers on all of our PCs and everything. Hi, Chubb. Welcome on in, Chubb Cheeks.
Chubb.
I think it could be a pretty good step because, like, especially with Steam and stuff like that, when you've invited friends. I know we kind of discussed this a little bit on the audio version, so I don't want to give away too much of the stuff. If you want to go listen to that tomorrow as well when it goes up. But you already kind of have all your friends in the same place, right? On Discord already, if you're very active in Discord. I don't see a downside to it right now. You look through the market, saw a couple more first to Discord titles. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So what else do we have? Yeah, Minion Masters were the only one that I spotted, but maybe I should have done a little bit more digging. I was working a lot.
Yeah, we've had a lot. Yeah, Beth makes a good point. So yeah, I know, like, I know that there's probably a good mix of PC gamers, console gamers. Discord, obviously, more geared towards PC gamers. Because wasn't that kind of the gripe when Bethesda did that with Fallout 76, that they're only going to make it through their launcher, that people were like, another launcher that I have to get the game from, which I can kind of understand that. It's like, Steam is nice for that. You open it up, bam. There's all my games. I have friended the people that I play with. It's all in one nice, neat place. But is it just because Steam got to it first?
Could be.
So we're used to it now.
Now, as we're talking about Discord having their streaming service that they're starting, there's also another streaming service starting up as well. And this is actually coming from Loot Crate, where they announced they were going to kick off a service known as Loot Play, which is a subscription service offering up a selection of PC titles for about $10 a month, so no different than what Discord's offering. Now, this service would offer up new titles every month, with one being announced early than the rest before release, which sounds a lot like the Humble Monthly service that's being offered right now. Now, Loot Crate's VP of Marketing and Communications said that this move is to, quote, help subscribers find new games that are curated with a focus on creative new voices. And we want to help these independent studios reach new audiences through our large network of looters. And their debut package, whenever they launch this, will start with Devolver Digital's Crossing Souls, but yet, as of right now, what I got, I didn't see a date for it yet. So if somebody out there has heard that,
Mhm.
by all means, throw it in chat.
Let's see.
But the question I wanted to kind of posit with this,
Sorry. I just read that King of the Hat, which I can quote the entire synopsis of. A very ultra hat-based brawler. When your hat dies, you die. Caps is theirs.
nice.
Are you throwing your hat in the ring?
Uh-huh.
Sorry, I'll show myself.
So
out.
what I'm asking to you, Chad, at this point, what do you think? I mean, with two new streaming services on the horizon, then we also have, Sony's got PlayStation Now, Xbox has, their Game Pass, Steam. You have all these options now. What are your thoughts on this? What do you think about this? Because I'm starting to feel like it's too much. Much like what I think Kenzie kind of mentioned it. She said, or even Beth said, you like having one spot to kind of keep your games. You don't want this one over here, that one over there, and at some point it's got to seem like a niche.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's the need for it?
Yeah, I'd like 50 less launchers. Yeah, I hear ya.
For sure.
I feel like a lot of the times too, for myself personally, like if it's not on Steam, I almost feel like it doesn't exist, which is just my own problem because now I'm just so conditioned to go there first when I'm looking for a game.
Mm-hmm.
So when I hear a game comes out, they've already got me, man, where that's the first place I'm going to look up to put it on my wish list because it'll email me and let me know when the game has released or when it goes on sale. Yeah, so I feel like, the Steam just got us all hooked way early.
So what is GOG Connect? I'm curious about that. I've never looked into that. So what are they offering?
I do like GOG though because it's DRM free.
Mm-hmm.
So
Sure.
that's what I really like about it. You buy the game, you've downloaded the game, it's yours. If that launcher for whatever reason goes under, it doesn't matter. The game is on my PC.
Right.
I like that.
Okay. Here's another question I'll actually kind of pitch out there. What, with these services, even if another one showed up at some point, would there be any new additions that they could throw into these? Like if Discord say, hey, we have this feature.
Oh yeah.
Is there any features that they could add that would make you consider moving away from Steam or anything like that?
That's a great question. Is there? Yes.
Well, I think it'll start being like exclusives for the different ones.
Mhm.
Then you'll be wanting to buy into all of them, which that could get too much.
Yeah.
Kind of like streaming your TV shows. Each
Yeah.
service has
That's
a different exclusive.
And a lot of like it with
And then-
TV, they started pulling away because they want to do their own streaming services now too, right? So like if you subscribe to Hulu, a lot of the shows you might have been watching on Hulu are no longer there because so and so network wants to do their own. You forgot you had games at GOG? Oh, so GOG Connect checks your Steam games and for some games allows you to have them in GOG. Oh. Yeah, EA
Okay.
Origin is strong in the Force too. But for EA games though, right? So they keep theirs unless it's super old. Because I know like with Sims or whatever, like I noticed like Sims 3 is on Steam now. But that's Sims 4 has been around for like 5 or 6 years now. You want people to have access to me while I'm on the air. Oh, that's fair.
Fair enough.
Being able to move these games from Steam to Discord that I already have. I did notice that, like when I opened up Discord, that it'll show what my last played game was and give me the option to click on that and just open it up for me. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean,
They all
there,
work together. That'd be great.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, in all honesty, I mean, when you were kind of talking about the streaming services, we got Netflix and Hulu and stuff like that. That's where I get so set in my ways. Why do I want this when I have this? Why do I want that when I have this? I have television too. They offer me up the shows that I watch. So what do I need all these things for? And then you see all these other shows that they offer in these other services, like DC Comics started, what was it? Their DC Unlimited access. So now they've got shows there that kind of interest me. But am I going to plop down the money for yet another streaming service? I don't know, you know?
Get a Fire Stick, jailbreak it, watch all of it.
Yeah, become criminals.
No, we're not going to encourage that.
I will. I'll be
Anywhere.
the chaos factor here.
Mhm.
Let's see here. once Origin stopped giving me free stuff, I stopped caring about their platform, honestly. I don't know if anybody's known me for a while now. I do have a very hate relationship with Origin, the actual app itself. It's about half the time, if it even works for me, it always wants to update, but then when you update, you get the different code error, and it almost feels like I'm constantly locked out of my games. And then 2 or 3 days later, I'll open it back up, and miraculously it'll work again. And it's just like, that's my problem with Origin. It's just like, fix the launcher. So if I do buy my game, the launcher works so I can get to said game and play it when I want to. And their offline mode never worked that well for me either.
They probably make you buy a loot box to get into Origin.
Right. You just got to buy this to be able to run the thing, but you can't get your games.
99 cents.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You might get your game, but you might get something else, an outfit that you can wear at home.
At home. Yeah.
And if you're wearing said outfit, it'll open up automatically.
Maybe. It's like gambling.
Yeah.
Right. It's so heavy.
So I mean, I see a lot of people are commenting. I mean, it just seemed a lot like too much for me when I saw it. When I noticed 2 stories very similar in the same week, it just kind of caught me off guard. I was like, this seems to be overkill, if you ask me. But
Yeah, I think so too.
you know,
And more are going to be coming.
Yeah.
You know it.
I mean, we're seeing it on both fronts, not just in video games,
Yeah.
entertainment. This is the way it's going to go for a while until it crashes. It's going to collapse, I think. And I don't know how that will really benefit anyone.
Well, it'll just be so oversaturated at that point, right? Because
Yeah.
like even we were
Mhm.
discussing a little bit too about the Google one, that we know some people that got into the beta for that streaming service as well. Although I have heard remarkable things about it. People that I know that have tried it have been really enjoying it. And even some of the social media comments that I've been reading, it seems like people, for the most part, I'm finding more positive than negative about it. Now, again, I guess that goes to where you live and what kind of internet that is provided to you if you're
I
able
have
to.
Usenet. I don't have internet.
I think that's just going to be the one downside to it. I think it's fantastic for people who probably can't have the money to be spending $60 every single time they want to play a new game. $10 a month is much more manageable. But will I have good enough internet in my area to be able to take advantage of all of these things that are being offered?
I think they ought to give you the feature where you can download it also. On like Game Pass on Xbox, you can download it if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
can you
think they're
keep it
fixing to do
though?
that as long as you have the service,
Okay.
you can keep it. And I think they're doing that with select titles on the PS Now.
Okay.
So if you can do that, I'm okay with it.
That's fair.
What do you think, chat? I mean, are we gonna be seeing a streaming revolution soon, or is it just going to fall under itself?
Yeah, Kenzie makes a good point. Competition. I know all 3 of us have agreed that's very healthy.
It is.
But when you get to the point where it's too many, you eventually go, another one. No,
See,
you know.
that's where I kind of look back to the game crash we had in '83. When the market was saturated with games that were just all over, and it was just terrible, terrible stuff, and then it just fell under, and everyone lost money on it. So I mean, that's a lesson to take into the future. Now, granted, I'm not saying it will ever be that bad again, but
We'll never have ET again.
No.
That's single-handedly caused it, I think.
They're like, yeah,
Yeah,
that was the
I
last game ever going to be
that-
made now, guys. You've ruined
That
it.
was the feather at the top of the pot. Just tip it over.
I never
So-
played it. I feel very sad that I didn't bother to try ET because I feel like I would have so
You
much
missed
more fond
nothing.
memories to hate along with you guys if I would have just done
Yeah,
that as
I
a
mean,
kid.
I remember playing it as a kid because my cousins had an Atari and they had the game.
Mhm.
And I didn't realize it was that bad. I just thought I didn't understand how to play it. Because I was just young. I was just going, all right, I'm going this way. I'm going, oh, I fell down into a hole. What? Okay. Huh.
Well, you had like the
uh,
joystick and one button. So yeah, so how are we to
Yeah.
know that?
You only need one button.
And then when you'd find Elliot, it was like, okay, I did something right. I don't know what I did, but I did it.
Something
so,
happened.
Yeah, it was
Let's see.
oh yes, it's a lot of falling into pits.
Oh, see.
And you don't know where they come from.
And then that guy comes and gets you.
Yeah.
See, I don't know.
So-
Maybe I need to look and see if
That's
somebody
fine.
put like a whole video on YouTube just so I can like have a something to think about. But yeah, so crossplay is one thing Brutus was bringing up too, that a lot of these services might be having a challenge because, well, and we've discussed that on the podcast before too, with the Sony and the Xbox and the PC and all that kind of stuff.
They're cooperating.
That's going to be something now. I think Brutus makes a good point that consumers are going to want to know.
Absolutely.
You're making me do all these different platforms. But then that brings up another point I think Todd had just made. Is it going to be exclusive to a specific service?
Because I think that's what a lot of them are trying to bank on, with Discord already having exclusive titles to offer up. I mean, Loot Crate's going to have to do the same thing too. They're going to have something to entice other people to say, you know what, I kind of wanted to do this. Because to me, I feel like Discord right now is the only one out of the two really offering up anything that sounds even remotely interesting or appealing. But even then, it's just like, yeah, but I have this over here. You know, you got sales all the time on Steam. I get free games from Twitch.
Exactly. Yeah. If you have Twitch or, well, is it Twitch Prime also? Prime. I know Amazon Prime used to be one of the same. Now they've kind of adjusted it to be a little bit different, but there are crossplay games. For Honor, you have it from Steam, but it requires Uplay. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I remember the first time I tried to play the beta with that, I was so frustrated that was what the key went for, and then switched me to Uplay, and I'm like, I don't have a need for Uplay for anything.
But Ubisoft wants you to have Uplay.
Well, yep. So there's another one, yeah, because like Ubisoft they're the same way. Theirs is exclusive to their service. Fortnite has done well integrating. That's what I think started the whole war.
It really
did. Or
did.
At least the most recent one that started pushing the ball forward, really, because that craze took off so well, and everybody wanted to be able to play it with anybody. Didn't matter.
Yeah. I think if it wasn't as popular as it is, it wouldn't have had the power to move that needle.
Well, little kids are playing it.
Yeah.
Anytime little kids play it, they buy every 99-cent thing you put out. It's a lot of money.
You like Uplay?
There's always money in it. I mean, hey, look. I get Uplay for the extra bonus things that I can do in the game, and I can get an extra costume. Because costumes are fun. Yay, I guess. I don't know.
That's not my make or break moment, though, on what platform I'm buying it for. You know, like when people are like, hey, you want to pre-order this game? Do you want to pre-order this version? Because you get this skin for the gun and the blah, da, 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 da. I'm like, can you just charge me the regular $60 and I leave? You know, like I don't need the $85 for the whole thing.
I mean, it's not necessary.
I'm just saying it's not necessary, Beth. Like, I know people like it, and that's totally fine. It's just not my deciding factor when I'm going to said certain platform to buy a game. You know, I'm going to go to the one I like the best.
If they throw a zombie in with every game, I'll buy it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Throw a zombie in there for some reason. I don't care what it is.
Just as long as it has. I told you that, you know, and this is for everybody else too. It might be up in the thing up here, down there. I don't know. The Quickets. But there's a zombie Mario coming. See, he said throw in a zombie.
There you go. Now he has to go buy a Switch though, right?
Yep. You got to get the Switch.
99 cents.
And, you know, go get you a Super Mario Odyssey so you can be zombie Mario.
I'll take it.
Come on now. Tetris now with zombies? Dude, that would be cool. Why not? Why not? So
like Dr. Mario, but it's a zombie up at the top dropping things.
Yeah.
Or you can have like zombie parts and bones, and you got to line them up.
Yeah. The leg comes down, and that makes like that L shape. The leg make that a foot.
The head can be like the big block.
Yeah.
A butt comes down.
See, we've already made this Halloween Tetris.
And it could go either way, you know.
Paw Patrol for Switch. That's right, rookie. Everybody needs that. I was telling Todd the other day he needs to get Paw Patrol for everybody. Come on, let's all go out and buy Paw Patrol because you know
make it the number one on this big, you know, the great selling.
That's right.
List.
That's right because you know
releases.
What's their catchphrase?
Paw Patrol.
Yeah, they've got it. Rubble on the double. Ace is on the case. And I'm sure they're. I've got.
Come on now, sell it to us.
No.
This is
not
the
advice
infomercial for
dog.
Paw
Do
Patrol.
you want
Hold
me
on.
to sing it? Do you want me to sing it?
Yes, actually. Now that you've
Okay.
offered it.
Paw Patrol, Paw Patrol,
Time out.
be there
Time
on the
out.
double. What? I don't know the rest of the song.
Oh,
That's
well,
all
just
you
I
got.
would have just made it up then, because that's better than I know any of it. See, you have kids, so you guys can one up me on that.
Don't. Yeah, will you stop? Stay in your own box.
I'm getting a Switch solely for Paw Patrol. Nice. I do want to get one eventually. Like now that it's been out a while, I'm getting pretty. But now we're getting off topic. Sorry. But was there any other news you wanted to bring up?
Well, let's see. What else should we have in the news? Here, we'll call this a warning for everybody who has a PlayStation. Just so you know, you may have heard that there was a message going around that you may get in your inbox on your PlayStation that is causing consoles to lock up. So should you happen to receive a message that has two symbols in it, what symbols are they? I don't know. I can't tell you. But if you get a message with symbols, not words, be wary and shut your machine off immediately, because they are causing system crashes that can only be restarted through a factory reset. So you don't want to have to go through that. There was one user who mentioned that they actually did this. It was like a group of him and his friends. All the friends got a message. Theirs crashed. They had one friend that had their message settings on private. So that's another step to take to kind of ensure that you don't get this virus on your system. But there's a direct, or not a direct problem, but I know Sony's looking into it at the moment.
I believe
So
they fixed it.
they may have fixed it. They got a patch out now. So just be aware. It could potentially be a problem out there. So you don't want to have to deal with that. So that was the only other little bit of news that I had that I wanted to bring up for everybody.
Yeah, and Chubb made a good point. If you have your messages set to friends only and all that kind of stuff, you're probably in the clear. You won't even receive the message. So
That's
Don't hook it
correct.
to the internet.
I saw it on
Yeah,
the
there's
internet.
that too. Be that guy.
Or
Don't.
get HughesNet.
And you won't get any messages at all, right,
You will
Todd?
not get any. You can't even talk to anybody.
Chubb, rubble on the double, buddy.
Right?
That's right. See, he knows. He knows. So, what do you say we move into another set of news?
I think so.
What we like to call.
All right.
So, are we ready for some weird news? I think I
Is
have
there
some
sex in
weird
it?
news. Kind of.
Yeah, okay. I'm ready for it.
Kind of. Okay, so guys, are you familiar, and gals, yes, people of interest, our chat, our Super Mega Crash siblings and or cousins?
Yeah,
take
whatever
it.
we're
It's
gonna
okay.
decide to call you.
Yeah, what do you?
I
there
think,
you go.
I think I like
Question for-
cousins though, because like we're the siblings, right?
Yeah,
With the
right.
rivalries. And then the
So,
cousins that
guys,
come
you wanna be
around
our-
only when the good times are happening, you know?
Thanksgiving and Christmas.
So, guys, do you want to be Super Mega Crash cousins? Vote right now. If you want to be the Crash cousins or the Crash siblings,
Yeah.
now you can
Family.
take your pick.
Just family.
Family's
The
all
fam.
right, but
The fan.
I mean, cousins just does roll off the tongue a little bit more.
I'm not gonna say it that much.
As
anyway.
long as we're not getting married to our cousins, we're okay. Yeah, they're not from that
This is
deep a
Tennessee.
south. Don't get mad at me.
Yeah,
That's
don't-
Kentucky.
we ain't that inbred around here.
Don't at me, yo.
Don't at me, buddy.
We like cousins. We're
Cousins.
getting some cousins. Overlords. Ha!
Oh my lord. Perhaps. All right. Well, what I was going to talk about
Yes.
in the weird news, since we're in the weird news segment, is chat. Are you familiar with the Pokemon Adventures manga? And do you say manga or manga?
Yeah.
Because I might go back and forth, so I don't want anyone getting me, mad at me or anything like that. But
She says Crash Bro Cuties.
Aw.
Okay, so there's a manga out there known as Pokemon Adventures. It's been seen all over the world, over in Japan, over here. It's popular. Kids love it. But did you know that there happened to be another manga out there circulating called Pokemon Pocket Manga? And this was not meant for kids. and it is not available here in the United States. This is Japan only. And would you like to know why, guys? Would you like to know why this is a Japan only?
I think we
I don't
would.
wanna know.
I think we would. I know we would.
Okay.
I know
so,
I do.
So let me give you a scene. We have a trainer. His name is Red. He has a Clefairy, who, for some reason, the Pokemon in which is are they property? Would you say they're property? That sounds bad, doesn't it? The friend of the trainer, his captured friend. It's not sounding good. Anyway.
Yeah, we just keep digging that hole.
Yeah. Okay. So what? Anyway, the Clefairy is trying to teach the trainer.
Clefairy.
Clefairy.
That sounds like an STD immediately.
It does.
I got Clefairy.
It looks like one too. Anyway, so the Clefairy is trying to teach the trainer Red how to catch Pokemon. First instruction is to pull out his Pokeballs. So Red proceeds
call my balls.
to drop his pants and expose his genitals. Because that's what you do.
That's what every time, right?
That's what I do just on the playground.
No.
It's awkward that I'm on a playground now.
Then later in that same story, a Charmander comes up and grabs said balls and takes off running, stretching them a mile long. Because that sounds fun.
Mm-hmm. I mean, everybody's got to be
Then-
into something, right?
Well, it gets better because if you ever wanted to see Pokemon, specifically Pikachu, take a massive dump, you get it. You get to see it.
Yeah.
No.
If you ever wanted to see someone light a fart off of a Charmander's tail,
Can I see it?
you get it.
I
here.
can see it.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
So this is just a classy Pokemon book.
So Chubb wants to know if we can find a friend of his, actually, would like to know if there's a way that you can have that imported outside of Japan.
I would assume you could probably get it imported, but you better know your Japanese pretty well.
Oh, that's true. There won't be any English subtitles. Yeah. Classy, right?
But yeah, there's a lot of interesting artwork, so you can say, I bought it for the art.
Of
I don't
course.
really care.
Yeah.
I'm a
And that's
why
Pokemon
you
fan.
use Playboy
Google.
with articles.
That's right. You can use Google Translate on the page, and you read it that way. See? We'll figure it out.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah. So, hi, Rexy. But yeah, it's a class act all the way. And while we're on the subject of balls, would you like to know? And some of you may have heard this already, but this shows how far gaming has come in the world today. Because did you know that Rockstar Games has put so much attention into the details of Red Dead Redemption 2, which comes out Friday? Is that correct?
Yes.
26th?
26.
Right up there.
Uh-huh.
They put so much attention to detail in this game that when it gets cold outside, the balls on your horse shrivel
Mm-hmm.
because it's cold.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that they have like something when he walks around the horse. He says, "Hey, boy, it's cold outside, right?"
Yeah. I mean,
I'm just imagining
That's-
streamers now where for about 30 minutes at a time where they're going to have the camera completely focused on that for an entire day cycle. Because you know someone's going to
gonna
put
do
that
it.
on YouTube, right? Like the entire
Oh, yeah.
seasonal cycle of the horse balls.
Look at his ball shrink.
And they'll put
Mhm.
it in
They get
rapid
bigger.
time, you know, where they speed it
Warm.
up the camera for you. Yeah.
just,
I like that you did like this when he was talking about his balls.
yeah, just like
Or they'll just be like,
that.
does it wiggle right?
Testicular physics are real, baby. I mean, it's impressive that we've come this far in video games that now we can watch a horse's balls shrivel in real time.
I mean,
in
And
a
that we
video
were
game.
paying people to spend massive quantities of time to make sure that it worked. I want to know, like, did they have to go do field research?
They just felt research. Like,
The felt
I mean, they could
recall,
have gotten
you know.
into a maybe they took a bath and they saw the physics happen in real time. It was cold, and they thought, we got to do this in the game.
You know, it's
We
going to
need
make
to
our
make sure
game
that
be
this
better
happens.
than everyone else's. Throws
Ball
PG-13 out the window.
Ball
Poor before, Kenzie. I was like,
Hey,
this is how we're
we-
doing it
we-
today. And
this
then
is
we're like,
still- this is still PG-13. We haven't crossed
that's
any
true.
lines.
Even
that
in
Beavis and
PG-13,
Butthead
you can say
wouldn't.
the F word, what, like 2 or 3 times? And still get the
But you
rating?
do
Once.
this.
Once?
You're
Oh, is it
allowed
once?
once.
All right.
Mhm. But thank you so much.
There's going to
Kenzie,
be
for
intense
trying to
clips on
keep us
that,
classy.
Kenzie. Right?
So,
Oh, dear.
yeah, that's that's all the weird news I
All
have.
the
was weird
weird
enough.
news.
Because that's really weird. But you know what time it is?
I'd buy that for $1.
Bear Bryant just showed up, guys.
Oh!
Oh,
Oh!
all right, guys.
Who's this guy now?
I'd like you can call me Shady McDeely,
Shady McDeely.
okay?
He's
And
gonna sell us something.
yeah, I'm here to sell y'all
I'm
something
not buying it.
because guys, I got some of the best stuff that you ever want to just see and have, and I'm gonna sell it to you right now.
That's right.
Okay, this is the best stuff on the market, and I'm gonna sell it to you right now. But see, what I got to do first is I got to pitch it to you.
Okay.
See if you want to buy what I got. Do you remember my name?
Do not at all.
Shady McDeely.
Shady
Come
McDeely.
on.
No,
You
no.
gotta remember that. Oh, my goodness. Oh,
Oh,
my goodness.
He
What
was
happened
so
to your
excited
face?
for it, he
Ah!
fell down.
oh, no.
Hey.
See what happens?
You hit the table. Don't be hitting the table.
I didn't do it. Okay, so am I selling the hat?
Professional.
I mean, maybe.
Okay, Shady McDeely.
We talk about that. With the right dollar, I might. So what? I mean, first of all, we've talked. Y'all ain't talked to me before. Y'all talked to that other guy who was here.
Yes.
So
you
you know,
moved Steven
he's
out of
always
the
trying
way.
to sell y'all some. He's always trying to sell y'all some Fallout gear or whatever, right?
I would buy the Fallout gear.
Okay, so y'all want some Fallout gear? I got some Fallout gear. I got all you want. Okay, so how about? Are you ready? For
I'm
this?
ready.
You ready for this? How about a Fallout incense burner?
Ooh.
What in the hell?
No. Now this is official Fallout gear, right? Or product, however you want to put it, because you ain't gonna wear this incense burner.
Mm.
Okay, it's made from high quality PVC plastic with intricate finish. I mean, you can't get more slick than that. Intricate.
Yeah.
Is it like
know
hand
what I'm saying?
painted though, Shady?
That's right.
What does it
I
look
mean,
like?
well, I don't have a picture here. If I had the product in my hand, we'd be selling it now. But look, you place an incense cone inside the metal heat resistant base, and you watch the smoke come out of the barrel around the barrel vault boy. How about that?
Also,
You
it's a-
just
it's
you
a vault
create,
boy.
yeah, you just creating this thing, and then there's a barrel, and then just incense coming out the barrel. That's just insane.
Now is it like in
I
the
mean,
shape
what-
of a Fallout Boy, like he's smoking the incense?
No, it's coming out the barrel.
Oh, okay,
It's
okay,
coming out
okay,
the
okay.
barrel. You're gonna be putting it in there and lighting it. It's magic. You start to wonder where this smoke even coming from. I don't even know anymore. So now this is comprised of 3 sections.
Okay.
Okay, you got the barrel vault boy figure, then you got the base, then you got the metal heat resistant cone holder that makes lighting of the cones easy. Because you don't want to burn
No,
your
you
hand, you're just
don't.
trying to smell good in your house,
Mhm.
right?
That's true.
That's right. Okay. So this thing is about 8 inches tall by about 3.5 inches wide. It's kind of small. And you can get it in November. That's as soon as I can get it to you is in November.
Oh.
But how much y'all gonna pay me for this? Come
What
on,
was the
talk
size
to
of
me.
it again,
Give
Shady?
me some numbers. It's about 3 inches wide and 8 inches tall.
Okay. And it's official
$5.
Fallout.
You ain't $5.
$5.
Come on now. Y'all got to do
I'm
better
gonna say
than that. Come on.
$29.99, Shady. That's about my top limit.
$29.99. You getting. I mean, you starting to talk my language just a little bit. And you said you're gonna give me $5.
I'll give you $5.
$5, and then you gonna give me $29.99.
$29.99, not a penny more.
I mean, I can't sell that to you. Okay, y'all trying to rip me off. All right, the lowest I can go today is $38.99.
Can we pull it back to 35, Shady?
This is official. This is
Shady.
official.
That's a shady deal.
You know what? I don't write the books, man. I'm just telling you what they sold it to me, and I'm passing the buck off to you. That's all I can do, man. That's all I can do.
38.
Yeah, and 8 inches is pretty tall. Listen to the
That
girl
is
with the,
pretty
you know, with the
$1
thing there.
cent. I like the 1 cent. Till Rexy said that's about all I'd give. I
Mhm.
don't give more than that.
I
So,
think
I
I
mean, you
thought she
know
was
what?
just throwing in the extra penny so I could get it. I don't know. That's what I took it as.
I mean, you're gonna have to do better than another $1, Rexy. I mean, baby, you're trying, but you just ain't helping. All right, $38 is too expensive. Come
I
on,
agree.
y'all breaking my heart. Y'all
It's
breaking my heart.
I'll go to Stone Mountain and get a $5 one.
All right,
and
tell
do
you
just
what.
But it's
I got
not
another piece of
officially
Fallout merch.
Fallout, man.
fine. I'll write Fallout
This
on
is
the back of it.
this is official Fallout. I got another one for you.
Okay.
You want
All
another?
right. All right.
Okay,
We'll give you another chance.
maybe you want this one. Maybe you want this one, all right? Okay, so this is also official Fallout product. Now it's a glowing LED Vault Boy accent lamp.
Ooh.
A lamp.
Ooh.
Y'all like that lamp?
Light up
your
my
home
life.
with this glowing Fallout Boy. Look like he got some radiation poisoning in the worst possible way. You know, boy ain't even turned into the Hulk yet, and he's green. So it's a perfect desk mate for your home and your work, because you just want to see that little Fallout Boy looking at you just like that, or whatever the hell he doing like that. Yeah,
That sounds like that.
just like that. Okay, so you can plug it into a USB, because that's the cool thing. That's what kids
That is
do
what kids
nowadays.
do.
There ain't no 120 volt plugs they have anymore. Everything's USB.
Mhm.
You know, I remember when I was a kid, everything had a prong in it.
Mm.
Looked like that. And sometimes they had
I
like that. And then they had them weird ones that were all like that. Looked like a crippled man with arthritis. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
They don't have them anymore. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Sometimes they had a prong that went that way. So it's fine. It's fine. Anyway,
Man with arthritis.
yeah, that's right. You ain't ever had that? All right.
He's too
I mean,
young.
I
He's too young.
had that at some time, but somebody sold me the medicine. All right, so what happened is this thing is about 11 inches tall.
Ooh.
I mean, that's pretty good
That is
size,
pretty
right?
good
That's about the size of my foot, or
Yeah.
give or take. Y'all want to see it? That's fine. We ain't gonna do that. All right, now this thing, I can get this to you in December.
Ooh.
That's as soon
Okay,
as
so
I can do
about
it.
Christmas
December.
time. All right.
Okay, so we're talking Christmas time, but come on, talk to me. How much you want to spend for this lamb? How much you gonna give me?
What do you think, Chad?
Mhm.
What's a good deal for this? So 11 inches tall,
Well,
Pit
11
Boy
inches
lamp.
lamp.
I mean, and it's officially licensed. Little
Officially
Fallout Boy, he
licensed.
just glowing green.
I'm-
That's right, baby. So I should have sold it that way. Electric sex, I love it. I'm gonna have to steal that.
Sexy. It's electrifying.
So come on.
I'll give
Anybody?
you $69.99, Shady.
69 dudes.
69. You know what? I like this kid. I like this guy. You know what? I tell you what, David, I will give you 2 for that price.
Ooh.
So that,
Okay, because that's all right. I'll give you 2 for that price, even though, and that's a discount because you bought 2, because you can only, if you're just taking 1, it's gonna be $38.99 as well. So I mean, that's as low as I can go. But the man he's buying up 2.
That's it. We'll
That's a
go in
discount.
on
I'll
it,
give you a
Dava.
discount.
You and me together.
That's right. Y'all split the money, and then y'all.
Well, I mean,
get
typically
2
you might
for
want a
1.
set, right? One on each end of the couch.
That's right. You want one on one end, one on the
Yeah.
other end, so you can just have
They
glowing
both be
electric sex
at
all
each
over your
other,
room.
you know.
Mhm.
6.
That's right. I love that.
I
I
thought that's
love
what you was
that.
offering up to begin with.
I'm not really offering that. What do we got all these deleted links? Y'all just sending me porno and stuff in this? Y'all better
You
get
know,
on
we need
somewhere.
to just nightbot a smidge. It's getting a little
Okay,
overprotective.
Now hey, if the lamp still wasn't selling you, I got one more.
Okay.
I got one more piece of Fallout merch before I get into the good stuff, because I gotta build up to the good stuff. Okay, so one more piece of Fallout merch, and maybe if you've been apprehensive of giving up to $38, I'm gonna cut you a deal.
Okay.
Okay, this is also because I don't sell junk merch. All right, this is official. That's what we do around here. All right, this is a high quality ceramic mug that looks like the nuke in the new game.
Ooh.
How about that? So you just got this big old nuke mug. Ain't that
That is
something?
something.
Okay,
That is something.
that is
That is a
something. So
thing.
this is it's got a capacity of about 12 ounces of liquid. So it's a big mug. Okay. I mean, you think it's not, but you look at it and be like, damn, that's a big old bomb.
I mean,
It's called the nuke bomb.
that's definitely a
mug.
decent fluid ounces for Lacey to start her day on anyway,
Yeah,
Right.
that's
So,
your big coffee mug.
okay, so
$29.
you just got to be careful with it. Handle with care when it's hot,
Oop.
because I mean it's gonna
But
get
it's
hot.
hot.
You're gonna put your
It's like a
you're gonna put your
bomb.
hot coffee in it, people. Okay, so I can get you this in November. So next month, how much you gonna pay me for this big old mug? Everybody, talk to
All
me.
right, so we got a $5
Come on.
bid. We got 14 pounds bid.
20.
Come
All
on,
right,
people. I
so
need-
for 12
need something
fluid
good.
ounces, I'll be in it for
I mean,
20
I'm-
bucks, Shady.
20. I'm there.
for all right, for the $20 for 12 ounces.
Yeah.
Okay, so how about now? I know I'm pushing you just a little bit, but how about you give me $25.99 and then I'll give you the mug.
No, I'm gonna have to borrow money from my mama for that.
$25.99.
$25.99.
Can I at least get a bag of coffee thrown in the mix, Shady?
You know what? I'll think about it. I'll go down to the Dollar General and I'll grab some.
Get some DG
Yeah.
coffee.
Eh.
So that's how we roll around here. But all right, so I've sold you all the Fallout merch I got, but I got one more. I got
Ooh, it's a
more.
lucky day.
I got one more. Now
I'm gonna let
this
you do one more, and then we get demonic back in here.
okay. I mean that kid had to go somewhere. He's
Shit.
He just
he's all
needed
right.
a
but
potty break.
Take all my money.
I know. I mean that's what I'm here for. I need the money. Y'all need the merch. Okay, so I'm gonna lay it out to you flat. We all need shoes, right?
Mhm.
Oh shit.
We all need
You need
shoes.
shoes, you're right.
We need shoes. It's a basic
Especially
necessity
in
of
the
life.
Fallout
I got one
universe.
pair of
Right?
house shoes, and I'm okay.
Now, are there any people here that like to collect shoes?
No, I'm out.
Because
Well, I
me
mean, I
personally,
collect a pair at a time.
right, but I mean, you don't like buy shoes just to put up on. I mean, you gonna wear them,
Right.
right?
Yes.
You don't buy your shoes just to look at. I mean,
No.
I'm gonna wear my shoes. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what I'm gonna sell you here today, wearing shoes. But I mean, you can collect them if you want. I mean, if you're gonna buy these, you might as well just flaunt them. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, if you like shoes and you like video games, and then maybe you like Nikes, because Nike is a good
I'm
brand.
on board with Nike.
I mean, I know that there might be some people out there got some problem with that Colin Pumpernickel out there, whatever his name
It's close
is.
enough, yeah.
But yeah, he but I don't mind. Man's making money. He doing his thing. I'm doing my thing. We having
It's all
fun.
circle of
We're
life,
having
man.
fun.
Circle
So
of life.
that's right. So if you like Nike and you like shoes and you like video games, how about I give you some Air Jordans with a design
Oh,
aesthetic
okay.
of a Nintendo Game Boy.
Mm-mm.
How about that? You got that nice gray color. You got a little Game Boy screen on your tag. Just, you know what I'm saying?
Lacing
And
through the
even if you look-
buttons.
that's right. And if you take a look at the laces, they say select and start all over them. That's primo. That's high quality.
That is high
You can't
quality.
just sew that into every
That's
lace.
true.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Has it got the Nintendo seal of approval?
Well, we don't talk about seals of approvals around here all that
No.
much. So I don't
I'm
really. I mean, I'm just saying. It's got Nike seal of approval. How's that?
But it's a Nintendo product
Maybe.
too, though.
And even that's kind of
It
iffy.
says Psyche on it.
Look, I didn't go out and get the.
Nikkei.
Okay, yeah. Get a
There
wild
might be a
man.
little asterisk above one of the words there, but I don't know which one. All right, so look, what these are, we got some Air Jordans, Air Jordan 4s.
Air Jordan
Okay, so
4s. Okay.
Yeah, they're old. Okay, with a Nintendo Game Boy. So I mean, that's in the same realm, So you got these two. We're gonna smash them up together.
Okay.
But only thing I can do is I only have 10 pair that's ever gonna exist in the world, and that's all I can sell you ever. So
Nintendo.
I got 10 pair to give
Damn.
away right now. And I mean, these are high quality.
So it's
shoes. They're
officially
Air
not
Jordan.
Nintendo, though, right?
I didn't say
Oh,
that.
okay.
We just
All
gonna have
right.
to. I mean,
I
there's
just it's
legalities, you
adjusted
might
my
have to-
price in my head. All
Okay,
right.
Okay.
Now, are they one size fits all, Shady?
Well, I mean, I think if we're only going to make 10, then we're going to have to make sure that everybody can wear them.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So yeah,
They stretch.
they do. They made of this Game Boy resistant fabric that just grows like a mushroom.
That sounds like socks to me.
Maybe, but we I didn't say that. I just said they were Air Jordans.
See, you are shady.
Look, y'all want these shoes or not? These
Okay,
are high
all
quality.
right. I'm into this. I'm into this.
Okay.
I will give
Okay,
you $49.99 for these shoes.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Who do you think I am? I did not just say that I am offering up Air Jordans. Air
You're looking
Jordans.
at least $300. I ain't buying it.
All right, chat. Chat,
What
y'all
do you
got to help
think,
me out here,
Chad?
man.
Air Jordans, Nintendo, licensing pending.
I mean, somebody's got to help me out.
Oh,
here.
you
I
got
need
a
to- I need to unload
3,000
these.
pound bid right now, though.
Oh,
I
now,
think he might have won all the shoes from us. Not sure.
Chubb, I think we could talk, man. I mean, you talking my language. I mean, you got the right price. You just kind of aiming for. I mean, it might be a little. I mean, I might be able to cut you down a little bit. I mean, but I like what you're thinking. I like what you're thinking. But anybody gonna do better than that? Anyone gonna try to aim? Because I've already sold one pair. I see already.
Yeah, you've definitely, I think you need to
Anybody-
take him up on that offer for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I wear like a 13, almost a 14. So
This ain't about your shoe size, man. This is about your quality.
if I can't wear
Did they
it,
light
I
up
can,
or play the Mario theme song? I mean, if you have a
okay.
song in your
Sounds
heart,
more like
Snorri,
care.
probably.
All right, I tell you what.
So you
I
don't like
will-
my bid?
I don't like your
Okay.
bid because you're trying to rip me off. I don't like that. All right. So what I'm gonna say is that I mean I can make him light up. I can just give me some time. It'll cost me just a little bit more, but we can make it happen.
See, Chubb just wanted to
you
make
want-
sure he was the only one in the world that had these shoes.
All right, Chubb. If you want 10 pairs, your price gonna have to come up there, buddy. 'cause,
Whoa!
I mean,
Even at 3,000
the
pounds, I
lowest-
mean, it is a little stronger than the dollar, Shady.
it might be, but look, a pair of these a piece is the lowest I can go. Lowest I can go is only $1,300. Okay,
Oh!
I got to have this money.
Per
Okay, that's a
shoe?
per shoe. Okay. That's the best I can do. All right, 35.
Oh, see,
We got it.
he's the one.
We got it. Chubb's
All right,
getting
none
the
of us
shoes.
get
Man,
the
I-
shoes. You're all gonna have to hit up
No,
Chubb
I'm
Cheeks
not-
now.
I don't want the shoe.
So I tell you
The
what,
sock.
I'm gonna
I don't
go.
want that
I'm gonna go
sock.
get his shoes, and y'all can go do one of these other things. I think y'all gonna be talking about something. Let me go get that other dude here in a minute, and then I'm gonna go
Please.
sell his
You're
shoes.
gonna go sell these shoes?
Please.
All right.
That's right.
All right.
So
Bye,
y'all
Shady.
just hang out.
Just hang out
Bye,
while
Shady.
we go
Bye.
get Steven back. Man alive. That shady guy though, he's pretty shady. Oh, there he is. You're back
Shady.
already.
Stupid.
Nice. We missed you,
You know the
Steven.
guy that you let in, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, don't let him in again.
Yeah.
Well,
Pulled
I
up in
felt
that
like he was a
van,
better
man.
salesman.
He had some pretty
Yeah.
cool things to offer though. You might have been in on a couple of it.
Yeah, I may have. So, all right. So, before we get into any of our other fun little games and segments, let's bring up a topic I want to talk about because I thought this would be a fun topic to bring up to chat.
Yes.
Emulators.
Emulators.
Okay.
Excellent.
Now, recently we had seen one of the biggest emulator sites go down, and that was Emu Paradise. They got hit with lawsuits and legalities of the copyrights and whatnot. So I guess I wanted to kind of throw that out to a large group. Like, what are your thoughts on emulators? Because for me, growing up, and I guess it wouldn't be growing up per se, but later in life, once they become available, there was a time where you did not have access to these games that you do now,
Mhm.
right? So when this emulator comes along and they're like, hey, you can play these old Nintendo games, and guess what? Any Nintendo game you can think of. You're like, any of them? Like games I remember reading about and never, ever got the chance to play it. And now it's here and I can get it and I can play it anytime I want. Sign me up.
Yeah.
And it's free because all you got to do is download it. I understand there's some, it's really not legal,
Yeah. And there's been some trouble
Play.
already about that, right? I know you discussed it
Right.
on the podcast about a month or so ago.
So it is kind of this gray area where I understand where it really falls under the idea of being illegal, but I also kind of feel like it really opens the door for a lot of people to experience these games that are just going to get lost
Mhm.
through time. Because games, when the bigger, better thing comes along, no one goes back and takes a look at games like Super Mario
Well,
Bros.
the older you
And I know
get,
that
the more
that's
you want to play the games you used to be able to play that you can't play anymore. I
right.
feel like
And look, I'm not saying that Super Mario Brothers will be one of those games that'll be long forgotten.
Mhm.
Okay, it will never be forgotten. I always think that it's always going to be up here. But there are other games on the Nintendo that I think no one knows about. When I bring them up on the podcast, when we talk about them in retro reviews, it's to remind people these games existed and say, don't forget about this game. Let me tell you what I loved about this game. Maybe I'll tell you what I didn't like about it. But overall, there's a reason I want to bring it up again because I had a fond memory of it and I want people to remember this game. And maybe it will entice somebody to go out there and find it. Could be anything. I mean, there's so many good games out there that I can think of that I had a fondness for. They might not be great now, but there was something about it that was appealing then.
Mhm.
So, again, I feel like for the sake of self-preservation for those games, it's a necessity. But I do understand the bit about it being illegal. So
Right.
don't come at me with like, it's illegal or whatever.
Well, no,
No,
because there's also some good points being made in chat here too. Because like David was saying, emulators let him discover his favorite games that were never released in North America, for example. So like we may never had access to it or draw. My opinion is one that would anger people, but emulation is piracy. So that's kind of that's kind of the point for that too.
I mean, and again, you're absolutely right. I'm not going to disagree with that. It very much so is.
Mhm.
So I feel like that's where it kind of compromises the way I am sometimes, because I don't want to, I don't go out of my way to break the law. I'm sure I've done my, bits, but if I'm aware of it in such a way, but for some reason it never felt wrong to me,
Yeah.
And that's what's so weird about it. I know it's
like
wrong,
if you felt
but
like it's
never
been an
felt that
abandoned
way.
game that's not been sold for many, many years, and they're not even offering it up on a store or anything anymore. That's where I have felt I have succumbed to going that route to be able to play the game again. I feel like I always try to do my due diligence and finding it the most legitimate way possible because as creatives, I do truly believe everyone deserves their due when it comes to your work. But if I just can't find it any other way, that's sometimes when I succumb to doing it that way. Or I check abandonware or something like that to see, if it's up. Let's see, but the remasters are not the originals. Oh, and then I guess there's that too. You got the people that'll remaster it, put it back in.
Yeah. And see, even that where it's not like or no longer in working condition. I know there are certain games right now that I would love to play again that are never going to see the light of day anymore because of legal issues. Whether it be through a company maybe is owned by another company that it wasn't released on anymore, or licensing issues and rights.
Konami.
Yeah, a great example of that is Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
Yeah.
Okay. You'll never see that game re-released as it was as Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. It will always be Punch-Out.
Right. Yeah.
Because of Mike Tyson and that licensing. So
I
when
bought it,
people
though.
talk about it, that's what they remember, but you'll never get that particular game, even though it is pretty much the same game.
Yeah.
So I don't know, little things like that.
Let's see. And now the companies are
I did
releasing
buy
their
my
games
Tyson's
again in
Punch-Out
things like
online.
digital collections. So now they're coming back around where people can buy them again or for the first time. See, now that I think would be preferable, right? Or at least from someone like me who really, really, really would prefer to get these things legitimately. I think the more you get into like the gaming world and all that kind of stuff, people who are streamers or you write reviews or you're a gamer, you've been interacting with developers and stuff like that. Like my views have really shaped or have changed over the last few years, whereas before you probably didn't feel that bad about logging in and finding it and playing it. But once you get to meet them face to face and see the passion and the hard work and all that stuff that goes into it, it really changes your tune. Or if you had your favorite TV show that got canceled because there was not enough viewership.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was pirated a million times, but that didn't give them their due. So that's kind of where I get stuck in the middle there, where I feel like I really, really tried to find it legitimately first.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it's again, that's why I'm throwing it out there to chat because I have just these feelings about it, you know, like I don't feel there's an issue even though there is, and it's mind-boggling to me
Hmm.
from a compromising situation. I don't understand why I feel like it's okay, but again, I think it's like you said, there are games out there you cannot find. You've tracked down every resource. You've tried to get it any other way.
Hmm.
You can't do it. So what are you left with? You're just like, well, it's here.
Right.
It's free. So I guess I'll do that.
And if it was abandoned, I guess I always talk myself into like, well, they kind of relinquished all of it anyway, maybe, hopefully. I don't know. Let's see, Snore. As much as I enjoy seeing them play games my brother and I grew up on, I'm not going to give the 5-year-old nephews free reign with my OG NES, and that's fair too. That's fair too.
Nope.
Okay, so how about we post a quick little question down there in chat?
Okay.
Tell us a game that you haven't seen in a long time that you could possibly only get in an emulator that you'd love to see re-released. Like what do you have in mind? Like what's a game that that you haven't seen in a long time you'd love to play again, but probably never will?
Like re-released, like done totally different, or
No,
original version?
as it was, purely as it was.
Like the original Castlevania.
Ooh,
Okay.
Mother 3? I don't know that game.
It's
Pong.
Earthbound. Have you ever heard of Earthbound?
I've heard of it, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of in that same
Okay.
category of games. The third one, as you might expect.
Or just Three Mothers. I don't know what it was.
Pong.
Skyrim, I think will always and forever be slapping that in a new dress. As long as you keep
Mhm.
putting out $60 for it over and over again.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't think Bethesda will
Mhm.
ever stop selling that game. Earthbound is Mother 2. Oh, okay. See, I don't know. I don't
See?
know.
Now you know.
That's why I enjoy
I just
having you
thought I
guys
would,
around. I learned about these things that I never knew about before.
We try to educate. We try to educate everyone, and then we get educated. too.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
guys help us out there as well. Just Dance. No, like, but
There was a
seriously
game
though,
that-
I know some people might be like, I don't know, younger, that maybe like those games that from your childhood might still actually legitimately be around. But like, let's say you played something on Nintendo or a Sega Genesis or a Dreamcast or even Super Nintendo, right? Like things
Mhm.
that maybe in cartridges or those CDs that you just have no other way outside of owning that specific console and praying to God all of the mechanics on it still works to this day that you would play
Yeah.
again. Pokemon Gale
Yeah.
of Darkness, Contra.
Contra.
Yeah.
That's one of those games that just has not resurfaced in the last
Mhm.
couple of
Konami.
years. I actually did find out that there was a reason for that. Like it was supposed to be part of a list of games that wound up on Nintendo's Virtual Console, and it was never put on the official list of games to go through that process,
Mhm.
even though it was meant to. And then because it never went through that process, every Virtual Console list of games that they put out was still focused on that original Wii list. So all they've done is roll over and roll over and roll over, and it's just gotten lost over the years. Sad. That's a classic,
Mhm.
if any.
Yeah.
Yeah, Snorri, I do too. Well, as you guys know, like, especially with me and my love of FMVs and stuff like that, now that I see certain companies bringing them back and reworking them so it's not as hard on the eyes, like I definitely appreciate that. Like one of the quickets we have running down there with Double Switch getting remastered and all that kind of
Mhm.
stuff. I can appreciate that. I'll have a way to play it again and it'll look nice,
Yeah. All right, guys. What do you say we play a little game?
Another little game.
Yeah, another little game. It's everyone's favorite.
What the hell did you just say?
Is this what the hell did you just say? Well, let's play it.
I think we could be persuaded.
Oh, what happened?
There we go.
A little bit of a delay. They're having to watch it
It's
on
okay.
like regular, like you guys see.
That's okay. All right, guys.
All right.
If you've never seen this game, if you don't know the game, you haven't listened to the podcast, what we're going to do here is I'm going to give Todd and Lace some titles that are PC only games that as far as I know, they're PC only games. I haven't heard anything to the contrary.
Mhm.
And we have no idea what they are. But because the PC market is saturated with a lot of stuff, we're trying to figure out what these games might be. So play along if you want to, and you
so
can,
we're just gonna, based off the title, what we think this game might be about.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I
And
hate
this could be
Oh, you love
100% gold, or all of you are gonna shake your head at the screen. Let's see.
That's right. All right. So Lace, you're up
Okay,
first.
okay.
Good.
Let's see. What do we want to start with? Okay.
Oh no, he's laughing. Okay.
Puzzles for smart birds.
Puzzles for smart, birds, or for
Yes.
smart birds.
No, for smart, birds.
Birds. Well, this is a top-down game. And so as you you actually are putting together a jigsaw puzzle, but you have to do it only while you're flying the bird, right? So you're controlling the bird. You have to pick up the pieces top down and try to put them together. But the complication is that stupid crows keep coming in and stealing your pieces if you don't get it done in enough time. There's 10 levels to this game. So each time more and more crows get added to it. And it's just that you've got to hurry up and be fast and get that puzzle together, man. And it's pretty hard too. I mean, you got to get that bird to fly around just so and set it just perfectly.
Okay.
I didn't make the game,
Todd?
guys.
No,
Just
he
make
didn't
the
make the
game.
game. We're taking our crack, or they're taking their crack at telling me what they think this game might be. Todd.
I don't like this part.
Cattle call Hollywood talent manager.
Oh shit! Oh, you're tasked with finding the next big star in Hollywood. It's cattle. Chick-fil-A needs people or cows.
Mhm.
So you're trying to find the new cows to fill in that part.
Good
And
job.
that's it. I'm done.
I would have added the
All
photo
right.
shoot bonus round though, Todd.
Oh, see, like you just made that up. see, let's
Yeah,
see.
you're right. I'm just trying to throw a wrench at it.
All right, Lace. King of Queensdom.
King of Queensdom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, so I think it's just it was adapted from a mobile game. So you are a king, but okay, before everyone ats me, I'm just gonna do it anyway. So you're king of Utah, right? And so you're auditioning for all of your queens in Queensdom because you have so many different queens that you are married to. And the objective of the game is to make sure all of your firstborns have the strongest lineage to be able to carry out the kingdom of Queensdom. And you beat the game
Yeah.
after you've actually selected your successor. Again, I
Okay.
didn't make the game.
She did not make the game. Let's see. What is Kinsey says you're a king trying a lot of queens.
See, there you go. We're kind of on the same page there. Sounds like a harem. Yeah, you know.
Yeah. You're probably not wrong. Okay, Todd. Loca love my cute roommate.
What?
Loca love my cute roommate.
Oh, this is totally like a Japanese-based game, and you're just looking in on sleeping girls and touching them.
Wow.
I mean, it's Japan, right? So,
That's true. That's fair.
Yeah, but God.
That's fair.
yeah, so you try to dress them without waking them up or something.
Oh no.
I got really weird.
Yeah, and I'm done.
I don't know. See, they're
I'm done
doing
with that
better here. Like they said, like a land of drag queens. Like it would have been like for mine. That would have been a much better game had they made it that way.
one. Yeah, it would. If I didn't make it, it'd have been
Right.
much better.
There's romance at the end.
And then that's a dating sim, clearly, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Lace. Okay. Are you ready for this one?
Last, you just know, right?
I know. The ditzy demons are in love with me.
The ditzy demons are in love with me. It's just a visual novel that you go through, and let's see. So, but it's in the valley. You know, like it's totally in the valley.
So like, it's
And
so.
but the Valley of Hell. And so the whole story takes you through their life in high school in Ditzy Demon Valley Town Hill and how they get all the way through their senior year and get to go to the prom.
Oh my god, I love that.
I mean, who doesn't want to go to Demon Prom? Like, oh my god, right?
Right.
Right?
Right.
I would take the hottest zombie. That's where I would.
Zombies in another school, man. They had to.
No.
That's a
They're in
whole
hell
other
too.
story about how
Well, I mean,
they
like,
get
none of the
involved.
demons want me.
Clueless in Hell. I
Yeah,
like
there
that
you
one.
go. Clueless in Hell.
Exactly.
Bam! That's the sequel.
Okay, Todd,
Damn it.
are you ready?
Yeah. No.
I got a good one. I got a good
Damn,
one for you.
God, damn it.
Kimmy Jong Un nukes the world.
Kim. Okay, so this is like Kim Jong Un's cousin.
Kimmy Jong Un nukes the world.
Oh shit. I don't know. It's like Missile Command, but it's Kim Jong Un what's his name?
John On.
Versus Donald Trump. And they try to blow each other up.
What's the best you got?
That's
They can't all be gems. You said it's
Yeah,
on
but-
Steam, right? Like
Yeah.
well, it's like Missile Command.
Flappy Bird,
For sure.
but with a nuke.
They try to blow each other's missiles out of the sky, like back and forth. And
But with their little hands.
that's it.
Trying
Yeah,
to.
yeah. But the little tiny hands. My
Okay.
hands are too big. I can't emulate that.
We got it.
I love that you had to go like this. All right.
Yeah, that was for you.
All right, ladies.
Okay.
Count Logica.
Count Logica. Oh dear. So I think this is kind of like Apollo Ace Attorney style. So Count Logica is a lawyer, right? And every time they're in court, so it's a series of court scenes. You don't really get to play the whole part of when you go and like look for the evidence and all this kind of stuff. But every time a court case comes up, he has to dissect everything with logic, and it's super huge, long walls of text. So it's like your very old school RPGs. And the more intelligently you can argue the case with logic, the better.
Oh, I'm out of that game.
It's not for everyone.
Math game with Count
Not for
Chocula.
me.
That's what I thought too. Math cereal.
Sorry, guys. I totally
Yeah,
punched my
cereal.
microphone, so everybody probably heard it.
Okay. Todd.
Damn it.
What do I have for you?
None. That was it.
No.
Yeah.
Let's see. Tiger Tank 59 a gun.
Tiger Tank. 59 a gun?
A gun.
What is
A gun.
59 a gun.
Tiger
This is
Tank
yours.
59 a gun.
Like I'm guessing that this is a top down, like I Carry Warriors, and you're in a tank and you gotta take over this town. 2 players.
Mm-hmm.
It can be online. That's it.
Nothing more?
No, there's Japanese guys that at the base try to steal your women while you're fighting.
Okay.
I just threw that in there. That's really not in it.
You having tech issues there?
Yeah, when I
Yeah.
hit it, I think it started moving the mic stand too
Oh.
much, so I just muted myself till it settled down. Sorry about that, guys.
Robot Lace is
Yeah.
back.
So
Hmm.
I don't
Let's
know.
see.
Okay, we're good. All right.
Good. All right. Lace.
Mhm.
Keyhole Spy. Fantasy Passion.
Oh man. So I think we should just go straight for that. This is definitely only a select country because this had a really hard time getting ratings. Because you're absolutely like a peeping Tom. So you've just got to see how long you can go through the hallways in an apartment building and how long you're able to peep before you get caught. But there's always people roaming the halls. So you might have to duck and hide in plants and things like that as well,
Yeah.
or disguise yourself as the mailman or something to give yourself like a legitimate reason to be there. And once you've
Fair
gotten
enough.
through all 27 levels of the apartment building you in.
Okay. I like it. Todd.
Yes. Damn it.
Keyhole Spy, Naughty Witches.
Ooh.
Ooh. This is totally not made in Japan. Again, you have to sneak around just like the last game you were in, and look in keyholes and find clues to answer the questions that somebody gives you at the beginning of the game. I don't even know why they made this game.
Cash
That's
grab.
how you got to tell us what it's about.
Yeah, no, it's just shovelware.
So nothing, you got nothing?
No, you're just looking at keyholes. This is like a ripoff. Do not buy this game. It's
Okay.
99 cents.
Just don't even try. All right. Let's see, Lace. What do I have for you? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Click the Business.
Click the Business. Oh my God. I have a feeling I know what kind of game this actually is. It's probably one of those where you just got to tap the screen really fast for something. So, but I mean, it's about our friend Click. It's a time management game, right? So, in his business, he sells, I don't know, you get to choose between a myriad of different things in your menu. And you start off with selling things out of the trunk of your car. And as you progress through the game, you graduate to a van, a truck, eventually your own place. And it's just like a time management game. You got to hurry up and sell it to all the people that's there. And then at the in between screens, you're managing how much you pay your employees, your overhead, your taxes, all that really fine-tuned fun stuff that everybody loves to meticulously. I've got nothing else.
That's pretty
This is
detailed.
the best that I could get,
Way better than me.
All right.
Click the
Hold on,
picture
we
with the
need a
business.
good one. Oh, perfect. Are you ready?
No.
Nice Shot, the gun golfing game.
Oh God, this is totally like Top Golf. You try to assassinate people as they walk across the golf course. That's all I got. And you upgrade the balls. We've talked about balls so much today.
Yeah, we have.
You can get different types of balls, like spike balls, exploding balls. and it
Horse
just makes
balls?
it- What's that?
Horse
balls?
balls.
Horse balls.
Top Golf meets
Pokeballs. Pokeballs. All that different kind of stuff. And you try to assassinate different people as they're playing golf.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Well, I mean, you did good.
That was
You
really
did
good.
Thank you. I did. That was
I don't
as good
know.
as my Japanese sleeping women one.
I kind of feel like I want to turn the tables though a little bit.
Okay.
So I actually jotted down some game names because Steven never gets to play this, right, Todd?
Damn Skippy.
What?
So I thought
Okay.
maybe this would be a time that I could rattle off a few that I jotted down and see if you can tell me what the game is about.
Okay.
I
okay.
think this would be good. I think this will be good. So let's see.
You're witnessing history, people.
We really have. He never gets to play. I felt like this is very unfair.
I never do.
So the first one here is Garena Free Fire.
Garena Free Fire. Now, could you spell Garena for me, because that's just blowing my mind.
Garena.
That has helped in no way whatsoever.
And I can't use it in a
Garena
sentence.
Garena Free Fire,
Free Fire.
is about a girl named Garena who decided one day she wanted to wake up and be a pyromaniac, so she runs through, and you have to burn down the village in which you live in and try not to get caught by the locals.
Oh, nice. Drawl says it's
The fire
a
is free.
millennial STD.
Yes.
There we go. Let's see. I have another one here. Which one should I do? Bricks in balls. I just figured I'd keep in the theme
Balls
now.
again.
And balls.
Balls. That's
Yeah,
the
I
theme
mean-
of the day.
We're
Word of
all
the
in it.
day.
So,
Are they hairy bricks?
well, I don't know. I haven't looked at them yet. So bricks and balls. Bricks and balls. Why would a brick be in a ball?
Like breaker? I'm not. I'm just.
Yeah, because
You could slide
trying
him
to see
notes.
here.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah. Stop.
bricks
Stop
and
it.
balls. So you have to take the balls and you're trying to get the bricks out of the balls, but you also have to use the balls that you're using to get the bricks out to break the bricks. So you have to have one, and you gotta throw it as hard as you can to the ground. Then it'll shatter open the brick. Then you've got to take the next ball, and you've got to use it to shatter the brick, but also release the other brick inside the ball.
It's a very hard puzzle game, it sounds like, man. Only for
Yeah,
those
you have to
that
Very precise.
only for those with a very, very slick hand. Let's see, that's what happens when the temperature in Red Dead Redemption 2 gets really, really hot.
Mhm.
Is a viewer suggestion there. Okay, how about this one? Crashy Cats.
Crashy cat.
Yeah.
So, does anyone remember Toonsis the Driving Cat from Saturday Night Live?
Ooh.
Yes.
This is about a cat driving around, but he can't drive too well, so he's always crashing. So you've got to try to help this cat stop crashing and stop being a crashy cat.
Oh, crashy cat. Crashy cat.
Or Epilepstream,
crashy
as
cat.
I'm being told over here.
There you go. Good job.
Let's see. I'll throw one more at you. Here. Let's see. I wrote down a lot. Let's see which one would I want to do. Uni doll. UNNIE.
I want to hear you come out with
Uni
this one.
doll. Why do I know what that is? Isn't that the little Russian dolls? Or am I thinking? No.
I don't know. That's all on
dolls. Uni dolls. No, that's.
you. You mean Google
Uh,
it?
mm,
No, we're not allowed to Google.
I'm not
no.
Googling it.
It's part of the game,
I'm
man.
thinking. So, this game leads you down a little road of depravity because you have this little doll that you name Uni,
Ah,
and that you have to take care of. And sometimes she talks back to you, and then there's this conversation. So you have to soothe her, murderous ways. And she's trying to make you do things, and you have to just be like, "No, Uni, shh, Uni, shh," and she'll continue to put bad thoughts in your head. So it's a story-based game. You have to make sure that you go the right way and don't turn into a murderous psychopath like the Uni doll's trying to make you do.
I like it. I think I would buy that game. Oh, the
I wouldn't. Not if Steven designed it.
Matryoshka dolls. I don't think I still can
yeah.
pronounce it, even though that's yes.
That's what I knew when I said that. I was like, that doesn't sound right either. Uni dolls. Isn't that the little guy from Trilogy of Terror? The more I'm thinking about it,
I mean, the game could have a sequel.
it could.
You wanted
it
to,
could.
have another one.
Sure.
Yeah. Did you want to do one more? And then we
Sure,
can
I'll do one more.
Move on to whatever you had left on the docket there. Let's see. Blood Runs Cold.
Boom. Agatha Christie's Blood Runs Cold.
So one would assume that this would be a deep psychological story, but what it is it's a survival game out in the Antarctic that you have to find a way to survive in a cave when it's like 0 below outside, and you only have 2 sticks and a can of Spam to get you through. So you've got to figure out a way to survive the night and not freeze to death, or your blood will run cold.
Love it.
Nice.
There you go. You guys
Well
witnessed
done.
history.
We
He
did.
never
I
gets
would
to play
clap, but I
this
would drop
game.
my
He
phone.
always works so hard and gets stuff for us together.
I do. I try. I really do. Now, as she said, we were gonna have something bonus show you here, but we'll save it for next time because I don't have it, and I can explain things and maybe do like, but
No.
it's not gonna be the
It'll be
same.
much better when
we're
you
not
get to
gonna do
see it in all its glory.
Yeah. So what we'll do right now is we've got a little bit of time left, so we're going to open up the floor to you guys. A little Q&A. Do you have any questions you would like to ask us, and we will answer them for you?
Yes.
It can be a group question. It can be toward somebody directly. Anything you want to know, ask away.
Something maybe we've already talked
we'll do-
about. One of the quickens you've seen down at the bottom.
Anything you want.
It's not available in your region, Chub Cheeks. See, they were all like cheating. They're
Oh.
like, what is the game?
What is
What is it actually? How does Todd keep his beard so glorious?
I wash it 3 times a week and put oil in it.
And you put oil in it.
Yeah.
Do the right stuff.
Motor oil.
Motor,
Motor.
as they
No.
do in Tennessee, right?
That's right.
That's
man.
right, boy.
Over my lawnmower.
Give me some of that good Super Tech.
Uh-huh. I like the smell.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Makes
Smells
me
like
manly.
Yesterday's cattle. It stinks.
Where can we find us besides Twitch?
Ooh.
Well, you
That's a
can find
fantastic
us
question.
on Podbean mainly under the Pencil and Paper Podcast Network. But you can also look on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, Google Play Music. Feel like I'm missing another, all the sites where you can find your podcast. Look up Pencil and Paper Podcast Network, and you'll be able to find us
Don't forget.
every Monday. Tomorrow, you will find us yet again.
And I'm at work sometimes, so you can find me there.
Ooh, there's a good one. How did Todd and Steven get started with Man Cave for the first time?
Well, we work in the same place. We
We wasn't working when we figured it out.
no, we
We
weren't.
were
Now we were
at
working.
work.
We were at work. We were working in the same department at the time, and I had an idea, and I'm not really sure what it was exactly, but it was just a basic idea. I wanted to do a show, and that show didn't really pan out, but something was still nagging me in the back of my head. And I had this idea for a sitcom, and it clearly was nothing toward what it is now because it was an entirely different idea in my head. I couldn't even tell you what it is now. I just know it was not that. And I just started jotting down ideas, and I kind of pitch a few ideas to him. It's like, hey, what would you find funny about this? Or what would you find funny about that? And we just kind of sat around throwing out just funny ideas. It's like, this would be kind of funny for something, and that would be kind of funny for something. And I just lifted from these ideas and created scripts around them. And then that's what we got.
We were supposed to be working, just to be clear.
Yeah.
Let's start there.
Didn't have to bust yourself
But
out on that.
I
you
wasn't
know.
working. Yeah,
No,
you didn't have
that's
to.
the best part of it. We were supposed to be working.
Mm.
But
No, I know how to multitask.
does it quite well.
No, he don't. Not
I
that
can't.
day, he didn't.
You can listen on Spotify, Chubb.
I've never tried it on Spotify. I think I use Podbean on my phone. I think it was one of the first ones
Podbean's
I
good.
could
I mean,
find
it's-
it on where I could download it to my phone and listen to it in the car.
I mean, the fact that we're on there, I'm not going to sit there and shill and plug for them, but they do have this awesome little app, and find us and download all your podcasts immediately. So it's just, it's convenient, I think.
Yeah.
Especially if you listen to podcasts that often. I do.
I do too. What's your favorite podcast?
When I- every time I
Outside of
cut
your
the
own,
grass.
of course.
Oh man, I have two that I love listening to. They have kind of become my Monday morning ritual. I know that I'm going to have a ton of paperwork to do first thing Monday morning. So the first one I start off with is a podcast called The Weekly Planet. They talk movies and comics and TV shows. I love it. They've got their own little group of, fans and whatnot called The Great Mates. I love them. And they usually talk about a lot of stuff. It's good, solid hour and a half of comedy goodness and talking about the stuff I love. And then after that is Gilbert Gottfried's amazing Colossal podcast.
Does he still talk the same?
He does,
I couldn't listen to it.
but what fascinates me about that is they talk to people who've been in acting or have been behind the cameras. Maybe they were just agents. Maybe they have stories about these old actors that nobody remembers anymore and stuff like that. It's the stories is what keeps me coming back, because there'll be people sometimes I look at the name, I'm like, I don't know who that is, but they'll tell a story like you wouldn't believe, and it's worth it,
Nice.
like every bit of it. So that's what I love. How often will we be streaming our podcast? So as of right now, I would probably say it will will not be back next week, but we will be back the week after, because next week, if you didn't know, Lace and I will be at TwitchCon,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll be seeing all of you there if you happen to be there. So we won't
won't
be
be there.
available to do that. Todd, unfortunately, cannot make it. So
He told me I couldn't go.
I
We'll
did.
carry a
Can't bring your
picture
own
around
people.
of him.
Yeah.
He
Well,
doesn't like taking me around people.
I'll create a little figurine and put him here on my shoulder, and he can just follow me
Exactly.
over.
Whisper in your ear all the bad things you should do.
But we'll be at TwitchCon, so we should be back on November
I think.
I wanted to say 3rd, but that doesn't sound
November
right.
4th is a Sunday, I think. So yeah.
Okay, 4th.
Mhm.
So November 4th, we'll be back then. And the idea is we're going to try to do it every week,
hmm
but should something not allow that, we'll let you know. But
Absolutely.
should be every week.
And you can meet Steven and I at the Overstream booth at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Saturday at TwitchCon at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you'd like to come by and say, hey, Steven and Lacia, we'll be there. We'll be there at 2 p.m. So come on by.
Don't touch his Pokeball.
As I've been saying, say hi, insert Twitch name here so we know who you are because we may not have seen all of your lovely faces. And then shake hands and have a chat.
That's right.
He
Will
loves it
we
when you
be-
run your fingers through his hair.
Selling or giving away any merchandise at TwitchCon? I haven't quite gotten that far yet, because since our recent transition, adding a sister into the mix, I've had to be redesigning all of our merch because it doesn't include her. So I've got to. Plus, we also have new logos and stuff like that, are a little bit more dynamic. So I'm having to remake new stuff. So as of right now, it's only the old stuff, not the new stuff. So
They didn't
it's on Redbubble if you want to go look, but I'd say wait for the good stuff. So it's up to you.
Yeah.
But we will not have it at TwitchCon though. Super Mega Crash Crew, I like it. Crew Cousins, see, it's just it needs to start with a C apparently.
It does flow, I guess, a little bit nicer.
Mhm.
I guess Super Mega Crash Crew.
So who knows? Maybe
Groupies.
next week I'm
I
gonna have
don't
to change the way it all comes out. That's just gonna throw another wrench in the way I do things.
Oh, Bad
Sit
Likes
there and
Crew.
stumble over my
Super Mega
words.
Crash Crew. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll have Savor the Flavor.
Yeah,
Are you
Crew's
still
pretty
doing
good.
more of those?
We haven't had anything come through the pipeline, that was just interesting enough to focus on doing one. So it's still in the air. I mean, we'll do some at some point, just have no plans at the moment. So
Nice. I'll take part of the count when you're famous. There you go, Kenzie. We got
Okay.
you, girl.
I mean, if you wanted to help design some, I'll just cut you in
There
on
you
it.
go. Look at this. Business dealings right
That's easy.
here. Getting it all
Yes.
together. Excellent. Well, okay.
I mean, if we got anything else,
Hmm.
anybody got any more questions? Because I don't want to, leave a
I got a
question
question.
unanswered.
Oh, you have a
Sure.
I got one. Do I still look scared?
No, you look
You
fine.
look like you've calmed
You look
down a
fine the
little
whole
bit.
time.
I feel like
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
now
I mean, I
panicking
didn't-
because of the camera situation, though, just a smidge. Like you're trying to not move at all now.
Yeah, like it keeps sliding on me.
I know. I tried to readjust for it, but it's like I did what we could do.
Like my arm is so tired.
He stepped in briefly, David. He did it real slick like. You didn't even
Good
notice.
shady big deals. But quiet. I know I was trying to tell like find your diaphragm.
Yeah, I don't have one.
So we're gonna have to
My
do
favorite-
some exercises with him, some voice exercises with him.
Favorite biscuit or cookie?
Well,
That's
I know they're slightly different, right? Like
mhm.
I haven't had enough biscuits. I don't think that's fair. I don't know that I've had
Well,
enough
then just what's your
traditional
favorite cookie?
biscuits that he means. Not like our Pillsbury soft biscuits, like the cookies.
Yeah, but I mean, a good cookie. What's a good cookie you like?
Oh man.
I think he was opening it up either way.
I like Munchkins.
Munchkins?
Yeah, they're
Okay.
the jelly filled donuts at Dunkin' Donuts.
Panera has these like little lemon drop cookies that I like. They're pretty good.
I mean,
Oh, and just to clear something up, Beth, I don't ever interrupt anybody. Ever. Do
I
I?
saw that. It's
You
first time
don't have it,
jitters.
Okay, stop.
He does that every now and again. Just depends. But I mean, we allow it.
Ooh, what's
No,
the most
you usually
challenging
don't.
part of
Tin cans are pretty
integrating
good.
Lacia into the podcast?
She's been a great help, so I don't really feel like it's been an integration other than actually just helping relieve some of the, pressure on my end.
She tries to steal some of my thunder, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
I'm just so loud.
That's sibling rivalry though, right?
Probably adjusting
Yes.
his volume
Back off.
to
Because
suit.
I mean, to kind of give you an idea, I mean, there have been at least
Ah,
2 or 3
damn it.
different 2 or 3 different episodes where of the podcast, audio version of the podcast, where she's done reviews, and that's allowed me more time to focus on other things. So she'll do a review, and I've got time to work on other things. So little things like that, it helps.
I just need to say one thing. I hope the Red Sox lose the World Series. That is it.
We're going to turn this into a baseball thing.
No, she did.
Beth-
Beth did it. She is rubbing it in, and I don't like it.
That's right, Kenzie. It's helped a lot. And in fact, if you want to applaud someone as well, you can applaud Lace for the wonderful work she did for the stream today, because
Yes.
she really helped bring the dynamic qualities to it. I mean, like she said earlier, I did the videos, but she put it all together. She made it do everything it was going to do. So
I tried.
kudos
I
and
tried
applause to
creating the
her.
graphics and the
At
stuff
this
and the
point, I
things
don't
that
do
you see.
anything.
No, you're just here
I
for a pretty face
I-
and a
yeah.
beard.
It's the
Yeah.
beard. I mean, it
Yeah, I
did
guess.
strike up, I
Yeah.
think, the very first question, Todd. So you should feel pretty
Yeah.
very
It did.
proud
If I
about
shave
that.
it, I'm out.
You're gonna shave it now?
Ah,
I'm like
Ah!
Samson. No, if I shave it, I'm out. Y'all gonna like, hey, you can't.
Oh,
do
you
it
just
anymore.
won't
Yeah, I mean,
recognize
you're
you.
not the bearded guy anymore.
Yeah.
No, all of a sudden, I bet he'll shave his beard, and then there's just this booming, clear voice would just emanate. He has no idea that he
Oh,
had
yeah.
that power.
Yeah.
Are you
No,
gonna
this is
turn
like-
into like Casey Kasem or something, so we could never get rid of you because you'll have that smooth, sensual voice?
That's right. Yeah.
Now it's time for the top 40 countdown.
Best stir on the pot. What's y'all's favorite sports games? And I mean actual sports games.
I have to say none.
I like MLB, the show.
I'm a fuddy. I would say I don't really watch a lot of sports either. I'm sorry.
I know.
I
Yeah.
used to be a little bit more into football than I am now. But I
mean-
would just, I think totally because I dated a guy who's totally into football. So I'm going to be for the sake of transparency. So I was like into it for like 2 years. And then that was that. Ah, yes. He does have the blue
What was
Yetis.
that?
Well invested from day one.
Yes. And then I have the blue
But
Smirk.
no, sports
Blue.
are, it's not really been my thing. I will tell you the funniest thing I saw yesterday. I happened to go to a beer festival with my brother, and they had TVs on outside showing the big Alabama versus Tennessee game.
No, that was just an Alabama game. Tennessee wasn't there.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much, because I didn't realize it was on. This is college football for those of you uninitiated. Anyway, it's a big game here in college football. I didn't realize it was on, and then I was like, oh, that's a thing that's going on. Come to look at the score, and of course Tennessee's getting hammered so
Well, I mean,
hard.
That's to be expected this year.
Yeah, I mean they got their asses handed to them so bad.
They
But
didn't
what,
quit playing though.
but what was funny, is the score was like, what was like before they even got their first touchdown, it was like 30,
It was 21. Oh no.
they were up.
28-0.
Yeah, 28
28-0.
nothing. And Tennessee got their first touchdown with this wide margin. It was like, yeah. And I was like, you still have 4 more touchdowns to go. It's like there's still half a game left.
No, that doesn't count. The goal in that game was to get the starters to play in the second half. They have not
Wow.
done it at all this year.
It was terrible,
Oh no, we did okay. I feel like there was positive to come out of that game.
I guess.
This is
Anyway,
what we built
I didn't
in
want to
here.
go off on a football tangent. I don't care about the football. It was just a funny
Yes, you
story
do.
about watching people cheer at this ass whooping that was happening on TV.
Have you seen Alabama play this year?
I haven't. I
They've
don't
scored-
watch it.
Yeah,
I don't watch
they've
it.
scored 50 points every game except for 2 games, and some of them they've scored 60.
I don't watch it. I don't
Yeah,
care.
well, don't talk about it if
I
you don't watch.
I don't care. I don't care
You're
about
right beside
football.
me, but I keep looking at the screen like you're in there.
Yeah, that's where you need to look.
Well,
I'm
that's
in the
good though.
screen.
That's good though, because
You're
it's
out.
making your eyes towards the camera. See, so they can see your lovely face and the glorious beard.
That's right.
It's not that lovely. I look like a.
Well, I mean,
cross
you
between
can-
James
I mean-
Cagney and a hamster.
Okay. You kind of got this Jeff Sessions things going with your ear.
The fuck you just say?
There's our one F bomb for the
Fuck you.
PG-13 stream. So there
There
you
you
go.
go.
We fit it in there. All right.
I'm ready to
This
go.
is good. This has been fun. This has been fun. I hope you
It
guys
has
had a
been
good
fun.
time today. Thank you all so much for coming out and supporting the stream today. Definitely helps the first time jitters when you got a lot of lovely faces in chat and participating and all that kind of stuff. So big round of applause to you guys.
Hope I can remember everybody that was here because I would love to send you a little personal love for
Yeah,
being
but not
here,
the Red
for
Sox.
helping support us today. We're not talking about the Red Sox.
No
Just
love
drop
to the Red Sox. I
drop
just want to
that
make
baseball.
that clear.
you and your baseball. Beth, I'm gonna kick your ass. Friday.
That's okay, yeah.
Got
it.
this
For
all
bringing this
started.
Kick her in her Red Sox ass.
So, but yes, thank you so much for being here, guys. It's been amazing. This has been a very interesting experience for us. Something we definitely want to come back and do again. And I guess we've settled on our crew.
Mhm.
Okay.
No, I'm not so sure yet.
Yeah. So if
Well,
you
at
haven't
least I guess
followed
you'll
here-
be seeing two of the same faces, right?
Yeah, true. But yeah, follow us here. You can follow us on Twitter at Super Mega Crash. You can go to the Instagram and follow us there. And then there's the podcast thing, and we're all
We're all
over.
over
You
the
can
place,
find us.
man.
Okay.
And don't forget, you can also
that's-
support Pencil and Paper Productions via Patreon if you enjoy all of his work, which not just support Super Mega Crash Brothers, but everything creative that Steven does over on the YouTubes as well. So just a thought. It's
Man
in the
Cave, Porter and
panels.
Ale, all those things that you know and love, perhaps.
I don't know any of them.
You don't know any of them. Well, you schmuck. All right. I've got nothing else. If you guys are good,
100%.
then
Thank you all so much.
well, I've been Stephen White.
I think I'm Todd Stark.
And I'm Lacey of Finley.
Oh yeah.
Join us again next time, Super Mega Crash crew. But until then,